here for the final update of Melbourne Cup Carnival Week here on Lindsay Park's social and online channels. Nigel Carmody hosting. Joining me is David Hayes. And David, down to the last day, and chances in both Group 1s is really what you want.
Yes, a couple of up-and-coming Group 1 horses. They haven't won at Group 1, but they should be pretty competitive.
Day starts with the babies and the 2-year-olds and the Lonro Colt, Wait for No One, who tied late but was an outstanding winner of the Debutante Stakes a couple of weeks ago, looking for 2 for 2.
Yeah, he did at both ends. He won't get it as tough in front this time, and he should run well. Good form, got race experience. And the stablemate Tarima will run a very good race. The track work's been excellent leading into it, and first up just found 1,000 a bit sharp.
Any reason she was held over from Cup Day to run on Saturday?
Yeah, we just thought that this race she might be a winning chance, where we felt that she was going to struggle against our filly that ended up going down the wrong part of the track. So with hindsight, I probably should have ran her because she would have been on the outside. We weren't to know the outside was so superior.
2 runners in race for the Hilton Stakes for the 3-year-olds. Valiano led, hung on for 4th in the Gothic Stakes. Drawn out and back to a handicap, probably encouraging.
It is. Another bad gate. But what it doesn't say, the last run was full of merit because he worked hard into the wind. That day there was a 60-knot wind on his nose, so did a huge effort to hang on, lead and hang on. I don't think we're going to have windy conditions, and he should be able to get a lead and give a nice kick for us.
Regan Bayliss jumps on to Damn Ready, the stablemate, which meets Ben's 4.5 kilos better for its run to finish 3rd behind it at Moonee Valley. Also ran Cox Plate Day at the Valley behind Archives. What are you expecting from it Saturday?
Look, I was disappointed with his last run, but a lot of our horses at the Valley didn't run well in those conditions. I think I'm dying to see him at 1,400. He's got a great gate, so he get a beautiful run. And he's out of the Zabille mare, so we're hopeful he can run 14 and add another string to his bow.
2 runners in the Ample Luggage handicap. Patrology comes back from unlucky runs in the Balaclava and Murray Bridge Cups.
Yes, didn't have a lot of luck over there. Has come back really flying. Goes well for Corey Parrish. He knows the key to him. He'll be ridden very patiently and produce late.
Of course, had those good runs in the winter here at this track and distance as well.
Yes, and we purposely kept him for a race like this.
Boom Time, first run in 13 months at Sale. Not too bad on the heavy.
Yeah, he sort of hit a flat spot that day. I think the mile and the wide gate will suit him.
We head to the Matriarch Stakes, and it's a pretty hot edition of this Group 2 race for mares. You've got 3 engaged in Gabella, Rising Romance and Jessie Bell. Let's start with Gabella. Craig Williams goes on, and he actually rode Gabella in its last win in the Centaurea Stakes back in the SA Carnival earlier this year.
Probably a similar class race. Got an awkward gate, but often by about the 30th race over Cup Week, you prefer to be off the rail anyway. So she seems in reasonable order, but her form hasn't been as good this prep.
Rising Romance is behind us and getting ready for Saturday. Now, it was 4 wide in the mire, but its form at Flemington at 2,000 metres and also its form 5th up has to give it some sort of chance. I like her. Her track work was good this morning. She just didn't act on the very firm track at Flemington from the wide gate, travelled 5 wide without cover. So she had an easy run when she was beaten. Damien Lane sat up on her. She's brightened well, and she's at 2,000 metres, as you say, got good form, if she can find her best form. But she's good odds because of her recent couple of poor runs. She could bounce back. She seems to be agreeing behind us. Jessie Bell backs up from Cup Day. William Buick, the UK jockey, goes on.
Yeah, he's a world-class rider, and as you've seen through the carnival, these guys really have done very well. Look, it's a bit of a throw at the start. She's never been tried out at this distance. I thought she stuck to her guns pretty well on Cup Day, and a quick back up, but she's going to have a spell after this.
Seabird, your 3-year-old, backs up from the Cantala to head to the newly, scheduled Emirates McKinnon Stakes. Beaten about 3 lengths last week and over 1,600 metres. And Dean Yendel, who's in red-hot form chasing a 3rd Group 1, goes on.
Yeah, when you're hot, you're hot. It's got an inside gate, which I think at 2,000 shouldn't be a factor. We didn't like the inside gate in the Group 1 Saturday, but a slower tempo, I'm sure he's crying out for 2,000 metres, and he's pulled up jumping out of his skin, so I'd give him another chance.
2 head to the other Group 1 on the day, Keena Ray and Scheidel into the Daly Classic. Keena Ray, pretty gallant 4th in the tab.com.au on Saturday, continuing what's been a really good spring.
Yeah, look, I thought he got a bit of a speeding tip in his first 400. He burnt out, went a bit quick, and he was gallant late. Didn't run quite as well as I thought he would, But ridden slightly different. He's got Group 1 form. We're hoping he can turn it around for the $1 million.
And speaking of the $1 million, Scheidel cracked the $1 million mark with its remarkable win on Saturday. You said it's a Group 1 filly. It deserves its chance.
Yeah, it does. Like she's been beating a short half head in a Group 1, and she does go up the straight. She's very fit, and I can tell punters she's jumping out of her skin. And it looked an impossible race a month ago, but I think it's a pretty open betting race now. Obviously, the quarterback's going to be hard to beat.
Emirates Airline Handicap wraps up the Melbourne Cup Carnival and your participation in it. Redkirk Warrior backs up after a pretty impressive run behind Sir Bacchus at Moonee Valley.
Look, he got caught wide and hadn't run for 2 years, and he just told him he got beaten nail on the line. He's better at 1400. He's got a good gait, and he's been safe for this race. Demonstrate clearly the horse to beat, but we're pretty confident this might be one of our potential Group 1 horses going forward. So I'd like to think that he could be a winner or unlucky in this.
Best on the day?
I think Redkirk Warrior. Wait for the last.